Framer still doesn't have high quality icon packs inside its own marketplace. You can create your own and publish it just like I did without any rejection. And by the way, I should mention that it was under the review for almost 2 or 3 days, I think. So in this video, I want to show you step by step how you can publish your own icon set inside Framer. All right, here we are in the Marketplace Vectors tab, and as you can see, there's a lot of illustrations and icon packs that you can just basically remix and use them. Some of them are paid and some of them are free. And this is the icon style soft icons that we built. 21 icons, 21, let's say, vectors. As you can see, the thumbnail is very simple without any text and ad or something. If I go to the vector requirement, it's on the framer.com vector set requirements. You can see the guideline, very simple guideline. And they said that basically you should be clear and your message should be clear with the for the icon set and keep the vectors varied in content but consistent in style. This is very important. Like, you have to focus on the original ideas and distinctive designs. You shouldn't use, or let's say reuse or slightly modify existing vectors. And these are the basically design rules that you have to obey. Okay, so you have to match stroke width, corners, fills, in sizing, and you have to, let's say, create a variable for your colors, for your sizing or something like that. And I didn't, because icon style was a, let's say, opacity white icon, so it's flexible with any background, so I did not use any variable. But these are the rules that you have to obey, and the structure should be something like this. Like, you shouldn't just put placeholder names or icons. You have to name them correctly in a semantic way. You have to use a clear and consistent naming system across the vectors. You have to ensure that the vectors are resizing clean without distortion or breaks. Basically, the system that they provide for creating vectors, it's responsive by default, but you should keep in mind that this is very important to just make it resizable. Okay, so you should remove unused path, hidden masks, and duplicate shapes. You just need to clean up the file. And about the marketplace, don't write unlock 20 more icons. No text is needed there. Like, don't put ads or something. Just show the icon set. And for the thumbnail, as you can see, the thumbnail should be minimal. And if I go back to the marketplace, you can see all of the thumbnails are minimal, and they just showcasing the icon set and everything on the vector set that they provided. Okay. Avoid adding labels, caption, or extra text. Always use sharp, high quality visual assets. And that's it. And if your vector set is a paid vector set, or let's say it's not free, you should add some, let's say, refund policy or something like that, which is very, very, very simple. You just need to read all of these texts and make sure that you follow them, and you'll be able to get approved in the marketplace, and you should be able to publish your vector set. All right, here in the file, and if I go to the background layer and change the background to blue or even black, it's completely flexible, because if I go to the assets tab on my vector set, you can see that it has a fill color with a opacity background, and that's why it's completely flexible with a shadow underneath it. And if I go back to the home, if I drop the icon set on my Framer canvas, you can see that it's completely resizable and responsive. It's responsive by default, I should mention that. And if I go to the assets tab under the vectors, and if I click plus, you can create your own vector set and design everything you want. For example, I want to create a, let's say, home icon. So I'm going to just place it here and name it as home. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the path tool and just draw the home shape here. And as you can see, I can just perfectly do it with the snapping and, let's say, grid options that Framer provides. Okay, it's a little bit imperfect, so I'm gonna select the edges and try to manually change the position of them. I'm gonna go with 5 pixel radius on the top and 4 pixel on the right and left. For the down edges, let's go with 5, or let's say 4. Perfect. And let's just center it again. All right, we don't need any stroke color, so I'm going to remove it and give it a fill. And as you can see, it's a little bit imperfect, so I'm going to fix it. Okay. And what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to select one of my pre-made icons and just copy style of it and just paste it on the new one, so we have the perfect consistency that we want. Okay, so what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to draw another rectangle here, just to be, just to add some a little bit more, spice it up and just add some details. I'm going to place it here. Let's go with 14.5 just to make it center. As you can see, I should manually change the position because it's a little bit problematic on the sizing and position still if you directly design the icons inside Framer. And I've designed most of them inside Framer, but some of them, for example, this user, it was designed on Figma because, it was a little bit tough to, completely design it in Framer. But yeah, most of them were designed in Framer and it was fine to design with it directly. And I'm going to select both of my passes and make them extrude because I don't have any, let's say, faux color on my icons. So it's a little bit thick. So I'm going to just select one of my rectangles. It has 2 pixel height. So I'm going to make this rectangle with 2 pixel height, so we're more consistent in style. Okay, so what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to bring it to the bottom a little bit, and if I go back to my home and let's just import icon cell once again, and if I select the home icon, as you can see, completely resizable. And this is something that is existing by default in Framer. Like, you don't need to do something crazy to make it resizable or something. And this is the beauty of Framer. Like, all of those ease of use and everything that has with the animation and everything makes it incredible. And this is the overall experience of making an icon set inside Framer. Very easy, but still a little bit problematic on the sizing and positions, but it's fine to completely design something in Framer. If you want, you can design in Figma and just import it into Framer with the Figma to Framer plugin. It's completely fine. You just need to check on your path and just make sure that it follows the guideline rules. That's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you've built any icon set inside Framer, let me know. Share with us in the comment section. See you in the next one. Peace.